Contact.
Hello everybody and welcome to America. Working on a deputy dog again today, and I just started doing something. I figured I should make a video about it. So this is a fuel tank, and as you'll see there's like this little dish pan on the bottom. Most diesel equipment, backhoes, excavators, bulldozers have some type of a situation like this. And the point of that is that catches all. Water is denser than diesel fuel, so it'll settle to the bottom. And then any dirt, particulates, junk, garbage that gets in when you fill it up with fuel is also supposed to settle there. So this truck's been not incredibly well cared for before it came into my possession as kind of a yard dog. So I've been meaning to do this for a while and I kept putting it off. But what I'm going to do is crack this and hopefully, well actually let me zoom in. So you should be able to see and a lot of times you don't have to open it all the way and lose all the fuel, but if you just crack it so that it starts to drip, and be careful you don't let it go all the way. But so that's all water coming out of there. So that means there's water, which means I should not drain that into my oil drain. Time out. Okay, so I got a disposable drain pan. So that's all water coming out of there. That could be from condensation, from the tanks not being full, humidity, and then it gets cold, etc. But if it were winter time, that stuff could get mixed up with your fuel and freeze up, cause you to gel up more likely. This is something we do at work in our equipment at least once a year. I'd like to do it more often, but it's kind of like a little, not big, fancy, sexy, exciting thing to do, but it'll cause a lot of problems if you don't do it. So I'm going to let that roll. And then when I get done with this one, I'm going to go to the other tank and do the same thing. What I'd like to do is drain these tanks all the way down, because that's really the only way to get any junk out of here, but definitely getting all the water out. So I'm just going to let that go. Keep an eye on it in the background. So just before this, I didn't make a video of it, but I changed the hood latches on the truck because one of them was jacked up and didn't work, and the other one was just old, so I figured I'd swap them both. I don't remember what they cost. They were pretty cheap. I did front brakes this morning. Well, finished brakes this morning. I started them yesterday. So I got new front brakes. As soon as I get done with this, I want to take it for a ride around the block and see how she does. Well, that's not good. Alright, so now it's starting to get fuel coming out of there. You can see the color changed, but I still don't like it. When we do this on equipment at work, I usually try and drain at least a gallon out. At $3-4 a gallon for diesel fuel. It's really kind of cheap insurance, even if you do end up draining some good fuel with it. So there's good green diesel fuel coming out now, but I'm still going to let it go a little bit because there's probably only maybe a quart in here. Better safe than sorry, right? Alright, so I just closed that. I realized the camera got shut off because I figured you didn't want to watch fuel drain. It's almost as exciting as paint dry. Let that go for about, I don't know, it's probably about 10 or 15 minutes. I got this pan about a third of the way full, so we drained a gallon or so, maybe a little bit more. It was good clean fuel coming out. What I'm going to do next is suck these tanks down with a little pump, I think, and then I want to crack this all the way open because God only knows what's hanging out in there. It was good that this actually drained because I've had them before on other things where there's so much dirt and crap packed in there that it plugs this up and you can't get anything to drain. The other thing you got to think about is if you live in the northern regions of the United States, or any country for that matter, if there's water in the bottom of this and it's winter time and this stuff's outside, that will freeze up and then you can't drain this. So that's a good reason we always try and drain them one last time before everything freezes up. Make sure there's no water in there. So I hope that helps, and maybe gives you an idea. Most of you probably already know this because most of the people that watch this channel are older, smarter, wiser, better looking than me. But I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can catch all the other work I'm doing on this whole truck and all the other crap I talk about. Until next time, stay American.